Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my faith, spiritual, wellness section in the back of my planner this month coming up in August. I want to kind of try and talk about it and then do it haphazardly or maybe just talk about it. But I was watching my video over a year ago. I will try to link it, but if not, this is what it is. Being Neurodivergent, Faith, Wellness, Mental Long Chat. What I'm about to do is literally based off of that and some of the motivation, like I literally was talking to you guys about. It helped me compile it. So the notes that I was doing was from the video. And what I got was, I want goals, spiritual goals, print some graphics, a book to read, like monthly, and then how to balance my emotions, do confessions, lists that encourage, devotion notes, with intertwining science and God because of my neurodivergent brain, while focusing on accountability, like a feelings wheel. Then I'm like, okay, if you have scriptures, what could those scriptures be on? What topics? An emotion process worksheet for the month to refer to. And then communication styles and marriage, all that stuff that was. So I came to this, and let me see if I can break it down. A scripture plan for the month in regards to some of these topics here. Where are they? I thought, when I'm having anxiety, what's something that you need to try and have is faith. Okay. When you're having depression, what is something you need to have? Hope, positivity, joy. So maybe break up the scriptures that month for topics. I don't know the topics yet, but this would be the scripture page. I would label it the same amount that I'm in here. So like the 28th, through the 31st. Shoot, I need a thinner pen. But that. Then have a monthly tracker for triggers. Okay. When I'm doing that, I'm having I need to probably print out something, but it would have things over here, okay, that I know normally triggers me. And then the dates going this way for the whole month. So the only thing I can do is probably print something. I don't know. Let's go to Pinterest and maybe, Maria, if you're watching, you can make that for me. I think she has, something like that, my friend. Okay, so monthly tracking. Not like that. Maybe if I went to Etsy, it would give me better. But I know you know what I'm talking about. That could be good too. Is the topic, say my triggers are disrespect. Anytime I feel disrespected, take it off. I think I kind of like that, so I will save it somehow. How do we save on this damn thing? I think it goes this way, and we save like that. So it could be maybe if I print 2 of these, how I would do that is I would go to my photo printing, and then I would bring it up in there, right? And then it would have to be for the week's size. I want to say the week size is like that. So that looks pretty small, but what I could possibly do is maybe cut those out, and then I'll have stuff. And if I can't label what my triggers are, I can go and try to have a list that could help me. There was this one. Oh, look at this. No, that's a trigger list. That's the one I printed. I'm going to say emotional. I don't know, because this is not coming up right. I'm going to put label. How about label? I don't know. This is kind of like how I go through things and try to figure it out. Look at this. Emotional triggers tracker. What triggered me? Briefly describe the situation, interaction, or moment that caused the strong emotional reaction. Was it a comment, a tone? Oh my gosh, that's normally my biggest issue. We're going to say this. Okay, so I will try to figure that and the topics of triggering. Let's see these. Oh my gosh. Okay. So visual trackers. It could be maybe the weather. Sometimes that help. That's like, I have sensory things. Despair. Oh no, man. That's kind of like the emotion wheel though. Anyhow, I'm getting very... Okay. Let's see this. That could possibly work. Shame, depression, sadness. I'm going to hold on to that. So anyhow, label it, right? Label it and then check it off daily of what I'm going through. So that's going to be different from the other tracker that I have in my system that normally is just like over here. It's a feelings tracker if I'm sad, mad, meh, irritated, all that. Those are like the daily in and out feelings. This tracker would be if I am in an argument or if like a lot of those things jack me up and they now turn into like suicidal thoughts or something. I don't know. So I'm going to figure that out correctly. And then lists that encourage has always been something for me. Maybe break up the distortions. Okay. So I talked a lot about this in my other video of how these cognitive distortions jacked with me pretty much all of my life because I never knew how to name them. And then when I went to school, they definitely highlighted them and I couldn't somehow relate to them. But then I was able to relate to them. But because I was so fixed in my thinking of religion, I was like, oh my gosh, that's not of God. So I would never pay attention to it. So catastrophe, like, first of all, come up with a different name for cognitive distortions. I mean, we basically can go, I don't know what's over here. Oh, I was looking at Life Posh. Another word for cognitive, cognitive, right? Mental thinking, reasoning. Ooh, I like reasoning. Brain. A synonym is good, rational thoughts. Okay, I like the word rational. Where I need a sticky note. Do we not have a sticky note up in this piece? So I like the name rational. I like the name logical and reasonable. So that's for cognitive, right? And then what's another name for, oh shoot, distortions. Twist, warp, oh gosh, what's a synonym? Straining, torture, twisting, misrepresentation. So let me think. When I'm having distortions and everything's all clouded, I can't label, I can't regulate, I can't figure out what's happening to me. So if I'm doing the opposite of a distortion, Similar or opposite words. Okay, let's look at the opposite. Okay, so then let's say opposite word of distortions. Okay, normality, sameness, usualness, perfection, evenness. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out. Emotional, unconscious, reflective, reflexive, a reflex. That's what it is. So it's like a thing that just goes like automatically. So rational. So for distortions, I like reflex. Black and white, physical, reflex, and emotional. I like emotions because then if I tie it together, it's like a rational reflex or a logical reflex, a reasonable reflex. Those are safe words for me that I'm thinking I'm not going crazy, you know, like I'm legitimately, it's fair here. So then when I look back at the distortions and I label them like catastrophic, you know, when everything is catastrophic, Monique, when everything is catastrophic, I tend to beat myself up like, oh my gosh, am I overthinking this? Maybe 3 things for what you can do when you're being catastrophic, when you're having labeling, when you're like, choose the distortions. Overgeneralizing is a huge one. Negative focus, mind reading, those are, because these are, mind reading for me is assumptions. This is overthinking. This is definitely just being negative. When you are certain you are right and your opinion is the truth. Oh my gosh, there's different names for these. So rename them. Having that to refer back to every month could really help me. Then a sample emotion process sheet. So, emotion process. See, I think I had that one. I think, oh, there's my feelings wheel, because I definitely we need to tip that in. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish it was more, oh, here, this one, a feelings list. Totally gonna tip that in a different page. Okay, 8 steps to better express your emotions. So those kinds of things could go here. Whether it's, I also like this other one that I had. Oh shit. Oh, I was gonna go and talk to Erin about this, but this one. Because this tells me what to do. It's guided. So that's definitely what I need. And then this is like where, oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. My little friend was texting me and she's like, do you want to, can you, oh, it's like, Samantha, I'm going to cry. Oh, I can't stop staring at her. She's like, Samantha. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I'm so sidetracked. My husband called, then she texted me, and then I was talking to Erin. So I was talking to my husband, and I like the word fair emotions. So anyhow, break those up. That sample emotions process worksheet, just like how to process, because sometimes, yeah, that could help. So neurodivergent faith science. So these would be the month. This would be all in the month of the book. So it's only a month perspective. Okay. How to cope, how to label, how to regulate, how to turn toward compassion. Then how it would work, I'm not going to use that for Devo, is I have extra pages in case I do more list. This is how the weekly would work. Okay, sorry, hold on. No. This is still monthly. So have prayers for each family member monthly. Okay? Then this is the weekly stuff. I go back into where I do my confessions and my devotion. Oh shit. My devotions. Or a summary of my devotion. Shit, I shouldn't have went all the way down. And my scripture writing. So my scripture writing would have to be bigger. So just pretend I didn't put that there. Actually, I need to write out. Because, hold on. Let's write it out. So then it would be every week, because there's 5 weeks, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and then I have an extra page. And then go down. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I got it. 5, 6, and 7. Ruin, I miscounted. No, I was doing day on 2 pages. Shit, Monique, because I'm so used to counting like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So do that for 5 weeks, which I've already done. And then my journal in the back. So what that essentially will do is that over here would be confessions. Every day after my morning page, this is my normal stuff now. So I have morning pages and my normal prayers. I would have any issues or confessions or anything like that. I'm going to try this out. I'm really hoping that it could work because it does satisfy my faith, my mental health, and some of the stuff that I truly, truly go through. So this is just me processing it out, and then maybe I'll do a part 2 where I actually do it, because now it's time where my kids are getting up and there's like a lot of activity, and I'm not going to be able to focus on this like I want to. But that is the shell of it. So I will have monthly things before I get to the week, and these would be every month. And then of course, if something is way too much, like the tracker and like that, I'll just use them more so for reference. Nothing that I need to do. The only things I would need to do really is do some prayers monthly, okay, for my family. And then the actual things. Now, I have confessions here because I don't know if I want to do like confessions, pray over that confession, and then do scripture writing, and then have this be Devo. I think I want to do that. And then this be prayers. What did Hub say? She's gorgeous, honey. Come on. Oh, she reminds us too much of Samantha. But that's like that could be very healing for us though. Look at the pictures. Okay, did I show you guys them all? This one right here. Oh. This one, there's one. Look at that. That reminds me of her, and that's that right there. I'm going to show Hubs. I'm trying to I don't know. I just think it could be very, very helpful, but Hubs is still... I'm more so a little bit better with Samantha and the fact that she's gone, because we had her for so long. We still have her ashes right here, and actually my heart hurts just thinking about her. Oh, But yeah, we'll see. Now I'm going to go FaceTime Aaron. But this is what I'm thinking. Let's go from there and let's see how it would work. And then obviously that'll be my journal, and that's how August is going to pan out. Thanks for watching.